Hello there, friends. It's Mr. Matt, and I'm here with your Sunday school lesson for today. You might remember that this month we're talking about the parable of the lost sheep. Now, if you might remember, a parable is a story or an example that Jesus would use to teach us something. And in those parables, he would take familiar objects or familiar things and use them to teach people something about God or God's kingdom. Now, in the parable of the lost sheep, we hear the story of a shepherd who has a flock of 100 sheep, and one of those sheep has gone missing. And so the shepherd makes sure that the flock is safe, and then the shepherd goes out looking for the one sheep that has gone missing. The shepherd eventually will find the sheep and will bring him back to the sheepfold with all of the other sheep. And the shepherd is so happy and so excited that the one sheep has been found that he runs and he tells his friends and his family members that the sheep that was missing, the one that was lost, has been found and has been returned to the group. Now, in this story, the shepherd is teaching us about God, and the sheep are telling us about God's people. So, today, as we focus in, I want to talk a little bit about the shepherd and the sheep. And I want to talk about how important the one shepherd or the one sheep was to the one shepherd. So, as an example of that, I have a sandwich bag here, and I've got 100 different pennies in this bag. And some of those pennies, if you pull some out, like this penny right here, it's a little bit shiny. This one was minted in 2018, so not that long ago. And it's nice and shiny and new. And, I may be the first or second person that had this penny after it came out of the mint. Now, also from the bag, I could pull out this penny. And this penny, well, it was minted in 1971. And you can see it's not nearly as shiny. It's sort of dull, and I'm pretty sure that this penny has been in lots of pockets and has been in lots of stores and has gone in and out of the bank several different times. But I don't know the story of all these pennies. I don't know how many people they've been or what they were used to buy, or if they were ever left out in the rain or someone picked them up off of the sidewalk. I don't know their stories. I don't know where they were made, where they were minted. And the only way that I know when they were minted is to look and read them. So while I have these 100 pennies, they really don't mean very much to me. They're just pennies. And if one or two of them were to go missing, I wouldn't miss them at all. But it's different with the shepherd and the sheep that's gone missing. See, the shepherd knows all of the sheep in the flock really well. They're just not numbers of sheep to him. He probably has nicknames for all of them and knows their habits and knows what they like to do and what not. And as he's looking at his sheep and determines that one of them is missing, he probably can figure out even which one has gone missing. And that sheep is so important to the shepherd that instead of just saying, well, I still have 99 sheep, everything's fine, he makes sure that the other sheep are safe, but then he takes his time and his energy to go out looking to find that lost sheep. It's a sheep that he knows, it's a sheep that he cares for, and he's going out into the wilderness to find the sheep. even though there might be wolves or other predators, other harm that could come to him, the shepherd doesn't care. The shepherd will do anything to go out and find that sheep and to bring it back safely. And when he's able to do so, he celebrates. I think that's something really important for us to remember. We are part of God's flock. We are one of his sheep. But we're just not a number to God. We're not sheep number 72 or sheep number 14. God knows his sheep. God knows us. He made us. And so he knows what's on our mind and what's in our heart. And when we go missing, when we're apart from God, God knows that we're missing. God knows that there is a sheep out there that needs to be found. And God will do anything to come out and to bring us back to him. So remember that when you hear this parable of the lost sheep, it's important, yes, the parable's called the parable of the lost sheep, but it could also be called the parable of the concerned shepherd, because of all of the things to worry about, the shepherd was concerned and went after that one sheep. That sheep was the most important thing to him. Just like for God, we, his sheep, are the most important thing to him. Okay, that's your lesson for today. If you tune into the next video, our activity for today is a game. So I hope that you'll watch the next video and maybe get to have a little bit of fun with the game today. All right. That's all for now. Until I see you again. Bye.